Let's get a quick sound check out of the way.
Still not feeling that good, so if you see me look like I'm dozing off, just work with me.
We'll work with you. I'll pick up the slack.
Why?
Sound working?
All right, you give me 2 seconds. Go shake my wiener. We'll get it going. Sound
good? Sure. We'll cut that part out.
Oh, you live already? Huh.
Yeah, you said go live. I can't even see what the markets are doing. Let's take a look. Before we talk about Earn2Trade. We'll take a quick peek at what the markets are doing. Let's open up platform. We continued the dump. Oh no, actually looks like we Asia lows were defended early on and held. Pretty much trading at the highs. Since we got down to 381. We're at a new high watermark, but still not taking out the 7 in the morning. 680 level. Yeah, if you remember, I had a theory we would be weak. I still have a theory we'd be weak. But it's only a theory. Again, our job isn't to predict. See, that's why I don't like making predictions, because when you do, you marry them. You start to get onto that bias, and you continue to make errors, forced errors, continue trading in that direction. Not really good. Okay, guys. Wait for Omnius to get in. Welcome you guys to the podcast. We're going to be talking about, as I said before, Earn2Trade. I think Earn2Trade is one of those firms that's in a league of their own, and I'm looking forward to talking to you about that. We're all good, Omnius? You comfortable?
Good. Final answer. Plant a flag. Roll it.
Roll it. So, I'll tell you what I have to say and what I think. I'll tell you what I think, actually. I think most people are exposed to all the marketing campaigns by what I'm going to call the carnival firm props. They have huge marketing campaigns, so they get in front of your eyes. They have great discounts. But most of them, correct me if I'm wrong, they couldn't care less if you pass. They have you stuck in a sim hamster wheel, and they profit from your losses. I want to step out of that today, and I want to cover a firm, Earn2Trade, because they're different. Earn2Trade. They're an actual prop firm. They're not in the same league. They're a league above, and they're one of the only prop firms that's been legit since day one. I've traded with them since day one. What you need to know, the devil is in the details, and you guys need to listen carefully about some of the details. They pay you the moment you hit profit target. They don't hide behind safety thresholds. That's one of the crucial differences. And brace yourself. They actually transition you to live, and I'm talking instantly. You pass your eval, you can go to live instantly. It doesn't require an evaluation. It doesn't require, it's not up to management. It doesn't require a risk manager's approval. Those are your paths. You're not in the sim trading carnival game. So Omnius, you ready to talk about it? Ready to go over some of these details?
Man.
Okay,
so about this one.
Yeah.
Been hearing a lot of noise about them. Ready to dive
Yeah.
in, see what we get?
I want you to get a good idea also. I want everyone to get a good idea of a good picture of what Earn2Trade really is. And the reason why I say they sit at the top of this industry is their trader career path. It's not a sim trap that you guys are used to. It's a structured roadmap designed to take you from education to evaluation to live capital. And it gives you scalability. It gives you the ability to progress to higher account sizes. And you're basically with a legit, reliable, professional, real prop firm with real prop firm standards. That's an important caveat that you guys have to realize. They are going to have real prop firm standards. They'll treat you like you're in a real prop firm, and you're going to have to meet real prop firm standards. No Mickey Mouse, no gimmicks, no stalling, no we'll see if you qualify. It's really built with the actual end goal of getting you to trade live like a real professional trader. So
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but they also have real futures brokers attached to them, right?
they do actually partners right here on their firm. They're very
partners.
Yep, they're very transparent, and these are their firms. These are the partner proprietary firms that you will be hooking up with, that you will get a deal with. You get an offer. You pass your eval, you get an offer from one of these firms, Kronos or Appius. So, like I said, it's completely different than what you guys are used to. It's not just continue trading in the sim hamster wheel. They have a complete different structure on how they run their business, and they haven't started doing this just recently. They've been doing this from day one. I can attest to that personally. They've always been moving traders to live instantly, right away. That was their MO, and it still is to today.
So they look to build traders and train traders to be professional.
Yeah,
and
this is
put
for
them live with actual brokers, with actual companies that are looking for professional traders.
This is not for Mickey Mouse traders. If you're playing games and doing nonsense, it's not for you. But if you want to become a real trader and trade with a real professional firm that has your back, I think Earn2Trade's the firm, and I hope that we can convince you of that. Now we can explain the differences clearly so that you get to see the benefits that they offer. Omnius, you want to go over the features of the, let's say, the Trader Career Path 50? We'll stick with the 50K account. It's what we always work on. You have that up on your screen. I don't have your the profit gold, end of day drawdown, those kinds of things, I guess.
Oh, trying to find it.
Let me get that up on my phone.
You want to go over the Trader Career Path first?
Yeah, well, I think that's the only one we should focus on, actually. The Gauntlet is similar to the other accounts that everyone's familiar with, and they offered that because there are some people that want that. But what sets them apart is the Trader Career Path, and I think if we want to show people, expose people to something else, then yeah, we should focus on the Trader Career Path.
All right, let's go to the 50K, check out the details. Really. Trying to get me on the sign in.
Yeah, trying to get that up too.
All right, we had it a few minutes ago. I don't know. All right, do you have it? Can you go over it? Give me just a minute.
Yep. Yeah, no problem. I'll start with 50K account. We'll cover the current special that they have going. I mean, you have a little bit of those details on the bottom over there on the banner, but we're going to cover the current special that they're running a little later on. The standard plan, the way you'll be introduced to it, is a profit goal of 3,000 on the 50K account. That's what everyone's familiar with. End of day drawdown, $2,000. They do have a daily loss limit, $1,100. I'm going to occasionally make a comparison with Take Profit Trader because you guys A lot of you guys are familiar with Take Profit Trader, and a lot of people think that that's the standard to beat. So they're equivalent with Take Profit Trader, except for the daily loss limit. They have a daily loss limit. Take Profit Trader doesn't. As I mentioned, this is a no gimmick, no fooling around kind of prop firm with real prop firm rules. And in a real prop firm, you will have a daily loss limit, and they do have a daily loss limit. They also have a progression ladder. So you can trade up to 6 contracts. We'll cover the progression ladder later. But for now, on the 50K, you can go up to 6 contracts, which
So,
is
Mike, I have that up here. I'm seeing that up to $1,500 profit, and you get 2 contracts.
yeah.
That's going to be the NQ. I don't know if more for the MNQ. I would assume normally it's 10-1.
It's 10-1 with the MNQ. Yep.
And then from 1501 to 2000 is 4 contracts, and from 2001 up is 6 contracts.
Yeah. So if you're going to say to yourself, hey, Mike, what's with the 2000 and above? I told you this is an account that sets Earn2Trade apart from all the other firms. After you pass your 50, they pay you out, and you go to a 100K, and then you go to a 200K account, and then you go to a 400K account, and your profit goals go up, and your targets go up, your end of day drawdown increases. So you will have that scaling rule, but that scaling rule also progresses with your growth. So while there is a scaling rule, it keeps you trading small, slow, and responsible, and allows you to grow so you can get to 400K account. Daily loss limit I covered. That was the progression ladder. The current reset price, $65, but I think they're having a special on that, 50% off. I'm not sure. Irrelevant. Free resets when rebuild. So when you get a rebuild, you get a free reset, which is fantastic. I know Top Step does that also. Not a lot of firms do that. Very few firms will give you a free reset coupon. So if you haven't failed your account, you get like a coupon in the bank. If you fail your account the week later, you have a free coupon. You don't have to pay for the reset. The next one.
Now, really, hold on. Can we stop right there for a second?
Sure.
I'm really liking that feature. I've been seeing that more and more with a few prop firms, and I've really been liking the idea of that feature.
Yeah.
You kind of control a little bit more when you're resetting, and some of the firms you have to blow the account to be able to reset. So I don't like that. That's teaching bad habits. So here you're saying, hey, you can reset, don't worry about it, and reset more on your own terms. I like that.
That's it. I
think we got to give credit for that.
You get a coupon in the bank. No upfront activation fee when you pass. You don't pay them the activation fee. How's that for something setting a firm apart?
Really liking that route they're taking there.
Yep. If you reach profit target, once you get to the sim funded, which, again, if you pass your eval, understand the devil is in the details. You got to listen carefully. I'm looking right at the camera, guys. If you pass your eval, you have the choice to go live or to go to sim funded. You have the choice. When you choose, regardless of which path you choose, it's the trader career path, which regardless of which path you choose, the only time you will pay the activation fee is when you reach your profit goal. They will pay you out, but they will deduct the activation fee. If you don't reach your profit goal, you're not out the activation fee. That's huge.
That is huge, Mike. I'm glad you brought that up. I like the route some of these companies are going, especially with that reset and the activation fee. And I think I'd like to see more companies go that route.
Yeah. So let's take a quick look at the few rules that they have. Trader career path, they call them objectives. I call them rules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have that on your screen on this? Trade at least 10 days? Just lower, below it?
Right, trader career path. Let me bring this up here. So yeah, they have 10 days of trading. It's about standard. I think some are 7, some are 5 now.
Some are 1. Some are 1. I'm going to bring it up.
Yes.
And what does that do? That promotes gambling. They tell you they don't want gambling.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Promotes bad behavior.
promotes gambling. Then they tell you when you go into their sim funded, we don't want gamblers. So they're training you. They're getting you to develop gamblers' habits. And then they throw you in an account and they don't pay you because you have gamblers' habits. Like, how does that make sense? So here, a fair trade at least 10 days.
Then we have only trade during approved times. Now for this, kind of sounds bad, but it's not really. It's the standard time. So it's going to go from 6 o'clock at night to basically 5 o'clock at night, but they want you out at, I think, at 4:55.
4:55,
something like that.
You have to be out at
Which is
4:55.
about standard. I really don't know anybody that trades still at that time. Market closes at 4, so great trading time. Follow the progression ladder.
We covered it, but want me to just quickly cover it once again, clarify it, and then you'll continue? Or you think we covered it good?
We're just talking about the how many contracts?
The
Give us a quick
progression ladder,
runaround.
yeah. Okay, I'll open up the screen over here. You can see in the middle again, sticking with the TCP, Trader Career Path 50. Remember, they move... Go ahead.
All right, we're going with the 50K account. We talked about the eval. Looks like the live sim account's about the same. You start with 2 contracts. You get up to about 1,500. You go to 4. Get over 2,000. You go to 6. We're looking at the
100K after
live
that.
account. It's about the same.
No, that's,
Then
see,
we
that's,
go-
it says, let me just, I want to clarify. Because it says, or, you choose if you want to go to live sim, or if you want to go to live when you pass
Right.
the evaluation. You choose. But regardless of which one you choose, if you pass that and reach profit target, you're going to a live account at the 100K. But you do progress to a 100K account.
Right. So I think these are good options.
And then from 0 to 1,500, 3 contracts at the 100K, because they start you off at 0 again. 1,500 to 3,000, 6 contracts. I mean, you guys don't need us to read it to you. You can see it up on the screen. All the way down to your 400K account, where you get 8 contracts, 0 to 1,500, and you can trade as many as 30 contracts once you're at 4,500. And again, at some point in this journey, you're going to get an offer from one of those 2 live prop firms that we showed you before.
So something to note here. I don't know if you quite mentioned it or not. So if you're doing the progression ladder, you're starting at a 50K account, and you get up to 6 contracts. But then you go to the 100K live. Now you got to go back down to 3.
You go back down to 3? Yep,
up
because
to
you're starting
12.
from... Yeah, because they pay you.
So
They
they're
pay
paying
you.
out, and then you're starting over, kind of.
Yeah, it's not a safety threshold that hey, I already have $3,000 in there. It's gone. They
Then
start
you
you
go down.
off, but you
go
get
up
the
to
full drawdown.
You go up to the 200K account, then you're going back to 5, and then going up to 16. And then, wow, 400K, starting at 8, going to 30. So that's a bit different than what people are used to. Do you want to take a second and talk about it, or you think people
Well, that's the
kinda got
thing. You have to realize they pay you out every time you reach your profit target. That's cash in the bank for you. And then they start you off with your full drawdown at the higher size.
So you're getting
So
in,
you're-
you're starting here, you come down, you're breaking this path here. They're saying, okay, we're paying you out, and now you're going down to the next one. And then you come down here, you pass that, they're paying you out, you're going down to the next one and on to the last one.
That's it. They're scaling you to become a big
So
live
think of it as
trader.
you're starting out as a 50K account, you're going all the way up to a 400K account. So that's pretty awesome. So
Yeah, and what's also
another
awesome,
big win for this company.
we're going to cover, you can also have multiple accounts, believe it or not. But we'll get to that later. Let's go back to the rules there on the first page. Do not dip or reach the daily loss. That's a rule that is a hard breach. If you hit the daily loss, that's a hard breach. You've lost the account. They expect you to be responsible. They expect you to know what your daily loss is, and you're not allowed to fall below that. If you have any familiarity with real prop firms, the ones where you got to get dressed, go to work, get on the bus, go to work, walk into the office, they do not allow you to pass the daily loss limit by $1. If they do, they ask you to leave. They don't call you into the risk manager's office to have a discussion. It's pretty clear. They're giving you $1,000 to lose, and it's their money. They're not giving you $1,001 to lose. They're not giving you $1,100 to lose. They're giving you $1,000, and you have to respect it, and you have to know what your limits are. And like I said, this is a different prop firm that plays by professional rules, working with you to develop a professional trader, and you're going to have to follow professional rules.
So with the 50K account, it's going to be $1,100.
That's $1,100.
So I'm not really a huge fan of this. I like the soft breach.
I like the soft breach too. I would prefer if it was a soft breach.
They even have the technology to even take you out of the trade and prevent you from doing it. I think that should be the way to go. I don't think any company should be trying to stop you out.
But you do have the technology, but you have to set it yourself. You have to be responsible. They're not there to babysit you and hold your hand. You go into Rhythmic and you set your personal daily loss limit. Set it yourself. And don't trade at a size that you're going to hit it in 13 seconds on one trade. Trade at a size that it's going to take you 5 or 6 losers to get there and get there slowly.
Now, professional prop. Is this unrealized gains and losses or realized?
No, definitely unrealized.
Do you think unrealized?
No, I know. I'm 100% certain it's unrealized. They're not waiting for you to close the trade, because your trade can just go and go and go and end up being one of those minus 4,000, minus 10,000 trades when the market just doesn't turn around.
So I'll jump in for a second. Not a huge fan of this rule, but I do understand because, as you know, I also trade live accounts, personal accounts. So they want you to be set up for the mindset of trading a personal account, not trading prop accounts, not in the mindset that you're prop trading, but that you're actually trading real accounts. So I understand the rule, not a big fan of it, but I do understand it. And I would say for anybody looking to go this route, to make sure you go to Rhythmic, like Mike said, and make sure you put in your daily loss limit.
Yep.
And keep in mind that even in Rhythmic, you can go over. There's always going to be slippage.
Yeah.
So consider that and set your daily loss limit at either 1,000 or maybe even 900 or 950.
Yeah, don't cut it. Don't cut it to the last dollar. Don't wait till if it's 1,100, don't wait till it's $1,099 and, click the close button. Again, trade professional, and they'll treat you right, and they'll bring you to levels that you will not be able to reach with other prop firms. They also have an education program for their traders. They do charge for it, but they do have an education program. So, like I said, this is like a hybrid between an online prop firm and a real prop firm, leaning towards real prop firm because they push you to trade larger and larger. They don't want you stagnant at 50K. If you're showing profitability and consistency, they want you at higher levels, which is why they pay out your profits and they move you to the next higher level.
Okay, let's talk about the end of day drawdown. They have a daily loss, then they have an end of day drawdown, right? So
yeah.
What is this telling us?
Well, it's $2,000, the end of day drawdown, but you're not going to reach it unless you've already kind of had a couple of losses. In other words, let me explain numerically. If you've lost...
I can explain if you want me to.
Okay, sure.
So let's say that you would have to lose your end of day drawdown within your intraday drawdown. So let's say your account max drawdown is $2,000. Let's say you're already down $1,500. You have $500 left. You lose the $500. You're still within your intraday drawdown, but you've hit your end of day drawdown.
Yeah, you're never going to hit your end of day drawdown on day one because your daily loss will get in the way of that. But after if you've had a streak of a few bad losing days, you could start to approach your end of day drawdown. And obviously, if you get below that, you've lost the account also.
Okay, moving on. Maintain consistency.
You have the page up?
I do have it up, yes. Looking over it.
30%.
Okay, 30%. So this is the basic 30% rule. I'm sure most people are familiar with it. Your highest single day can't be more than 30% of your profit.
This applies to your eval also, but you don't fail. Like with every other firm, you don't fail. It just means if you close out your day and your largest single day is going to be larger than 30% of your target is 3,000, 30% is 900. Yeah.
That's a soft rule. You keep trading until you get it back into compliance.
That's it. So if you profit $1,200, this is on your eval. If you profit $1,200 in a day, that's 40% of 3,000, which is what they're showing on their screen here. So if you take your 1,200 and divide it by 0.3, you'll actually have to reach a 4,000 profit target to pass. So basically, there's no incentive for you to get beyond 900 in a day during your eval. Once you hit 900, close it down. Other than that, you're just making your life a little bit harder on your eval.
I think most people are familiar with this. I know Apex has 30%. Bullinox, most people know I really like Bullinox. They have a 40%. But I think 30% is kind of the standard. There's even some now that have a 20%. And that's just crazy.
That's what I was going to say. It's right in the middle. There are some that have 20%.
I think 30 is the standard. Like I said, few like Bullinox go a little bit better. But I think 30 is the standard. Now, some companies like Apex also have a 30% drawdown rule. So we're not going to have that with Earn2Trade. Earn2Trade instead has the daily loss limit. So it's kind of the same, but I think on Apex you get about $750 before you violate. With Earn2Trade you get $1,100, but Earn2Trade is a hard rule, so you can lose your account because of it. So keep that in mind.
There's one other thing. I want to go back a little bit to the daily loss. We were talking about the daily loss, but it's important to note the daily loss is not, it's not a trailing daily loss. We're so familiar and we're so conditioned with trailing loss, thinking about a trailing loss, but they're very clear here. If you have an open trade with a profit of plus 500, they're talking about the 25K account, by the way, where the daily loss is 550. So if you have an open profit of 500, we're familiar with the trailing loss that would go up. And we would only if we go to even minus 50, we're out. No, but they say when the trade goes against you and you close it at minus 100, you're not failing on the daily loss rule because you started the...
We're not counting unrealized gains.
Nope.
In the sense that you're going up.
No, not at all. The account balance started the day at 2,500, so at that point, even though you went down by $600, your P&L is only down 100. So if your P&L ever hits minus 550 on realized or unrealized, but you have to have minus 550, not a drawdown of 550, but
as a reference, some of the other companies are $2,000. Well, if you go up 1,000 and you come back down, then you're down 1,000.
Yeah,
you go down another 1,000, then you're out.
Yeah.
To where with Earn2Trade, if you go up 1,000 and come back to break even, then you're essentially at break even.
You still have
1,100 to go.
Yeah, hasn't touched it at all. So that's a distinction also. It's end of day. I wanted to cover that one. Let's go down and look at the FAQ. We'll go over the activation fees, although currently at the with their current special that they're running for the Christmas time, there is no activation fee. And even that, you know what, I'm going to cover it now because activation fee is up. And then I'll let you continue on down, but I want to bring up the activation fee. The activation fee is waived now. So you get 60% off, which, yeah.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Why don't you just go ahead and show the current promotion? And that should have all that in there, right?
I don't know if I have, I don't have an image really for that. for
Click
their
on the top
current
banner.
promotion. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I have it. Okay, perfect. Now you get to see it for real. I'm not just, you don't have to just take my word for it. Here it is in print. So it's $60 off, 60% off with free activation when you pass. Now here's another distinction. Devil's in the details. With Apex, the activation is lowered to $65 right now with, let's say, a $19 fee on the 50K account. But you have to pass the account by the time until the promotion period to pass the account. If you don't pass the account by December 16th, the PA fee, the lifetime activation, goes back up. With this firm, first off, you don't pay the activation until you hit profit target and they pay you out. But in this case, there isn't even an activation fee, and it isn't only for the promotion period. You don't have to hit your target by the promotion period. It's right down over here. No, it's not right down there, but it is on my screen on the bottom. And the free activation offer remains valid until you pass or cancel your subscription. So it's until you pass. You don't have only until December 16th. Is it not over here? If applicable, the zeros after the free account.
Oh, it says it right here. It's on the main
Oh,
thing.
right there. Yeah.
Zero activation when you pass. So it's not saying you have a certain amount of time. You have through the account. You buy it now, and you have as long as you have the life of the account.
That's it. So in this case, it's similar to Take Profit Trader. When you pass, you get the zero activation. But again, different from Take Profit Trader is you don't pay the activation fee up front. So if you fail, you're not out the activation fee. With Take Profit Trader, if you fail, you're out the activation fee. With Take Profit Trader, you're stuck in a 50K account. With Earn2Trade, you can go from a 50K to a 100K to a 200K to a 400K and keep getting paid every time you reach profit target. No safety threshold, which Take Profit Trader has a safety threshold and doesn't allow you to grow and charges the activation fee up front.
So they're
How long?
They're kind of throwing it all at you right now, and what an amazing deal.
It is. It is not only an amazing deal, it's an amazing company to work with. I can tell you from experience.
So without the current discount, there would be an activation that's charged when you get payout, right? So that charge would be $135.
It's 139. 139.
Okay, 139 on your first withdrawal. So what I was looking at was professional CME fees.
Yeah, if you choose to go live, you will have you're considered a professional, and then you have the CME fees.
I'm not sure about that because professional is generally you work at a company, not with a company, but at a company.
Yeah.
So
well, no, I can tell you
that.
if you go live, which you only have one level to have the option, that's the 50K level. Once you pass the 50K level and you're moving on to the 100K level, you don't have the option anymore. You will be moving to live, and then you will have CME fees to pay as a professional. I can tell you that because I know it with them, and I also know it with another prop firm that I traded with, which was kind of remote. But the fact that you were with a prop firm trading on their account, you're not trading on your account anymore. I mean, you're trading on your account, but through them, there's a difference. It's not like a retail account that's only on your name. You are a trader for that prop firm, and you are charged professional fees for data. There's no way around it. And any firm that's going to move you to live, whether it's Bullinox or TopStep or Take Profit Trader, once they move you to live, you're paying exchange fees. There's no way around it.
I've never heard that through some of the other ones.
Yeah,
I'll have to look more into that.
Yeah, well, they don't bring it up, but yeah, they can't move you to live without charging you exchange fees. That's pretty much one of the main reasons why the CME is coming so strongly after these firms, because they want they're losing millions and millions of dollars in exchange fees by everyone giving it for free. And of course, they're losing the volume by everyone trading on sim. So those are two of the main reasons why the regulation is coming into the firms. But this firm, it really doesn't affect their business operations because they've been moving traders to live from day one. How long is the trader career path? I think we covered that. 10 days to complete. You need to do it in 10 days. If you do it in quicker than that, then you just keep trading small until the 10 days passes. And again, you do receive, it says here, a free reset. Just they're bringing it up again every time your subscription is rebuilt. What happens after you pass the evaluation? That's very interesting. A prop firm, look how different this is. A prop firm will reach out to you and ask if you'd prefer a live or a live sim account with a starting balance equal to your evaluation starting balance. So that's what I was mentioning before. If you have the Trader Career Path 50K, when you're on the evaluation, once you pass the evaluation, the prop firm reaches out to you and says, do you want to go live or do you want to stay on live sim? You can stay on live sim for one more level. And that's starting with the same balance as your evaluation. So in this case, it would be 50K. But once you pass that, you don't have the option anymore. You will then have to go live. Why stay live sim? Well, you save yourself the exchange fees for 1 month, pretty much. So that's why.
I'm not convinced on the exchange fees. I want to look more into that. If you remind me, I'm looking up here who qualifies as a professional trader, and it's basically saying that you're authorized to give financial advice. You're trading for other people for their money, stuff like that. Engaged in brokerage, banking, or financial activities. Still don't know how that qualifies under a prop firm. So I do want to look more into that. But just be aware it's a possibility. Don't want to dwell on it today.
Yeah. I've been doing most of the talking, but you mind if I cover this section over here about what happens after you get funded?
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I have experience with this. So this is a great progression map, and we get to see it right from, let's move it right up to the top there. So you'll see just quickly looking at the top where my mouse is, you're starting at 50K and you're going down to 400K. So start off with the evaluation. You pick it up for $70. Minimum 10 trading days, we discussed. End of day drawdown, 2,000. We discussed daily loss limit, 1,100. Profit goal, 3,000. Progression ladder, which we've already explained to you. Consistency. You pass. What do? You have a choice. You can go left, live sim, or you can go right, live account. Now, not much changes. Your drawdown is the same, except on live account, it's a trailing drawdown. On live sim, it's an end of day drawdown. You have a daily loss of 1,100 on both. You have a profit goal of 3,000 on both. You have the progression ladder of 6K, of 6 contracts on both. When you reach your profit target, completely different than anything you know of. Every other prop firm, that's your safety threshold. No, they will pay you 80%, 2,400. It's an 80-20 split. They pay you 2,400, and now you move. It doesn't matter which one you choose. You are now moving to this option here. It's a single option. It's a 100K live account. So you can choose to go live right away when you pass the eval, or you can still stay in sim for one more level. But once you hit the 100K live account level, it's a live account. We'll just go over the levels quick.
Mike, real quick, where did you get that graph that you have up?
This is one of the links down below on the main page. On the Trader Career Path, you have all these pink, it's in the FAQ.
Yeah,
you have all these pink ones. It's the 4th one. What happens after you get funded? So you just expand it. There's a plus minus here. You just expand it, and it's inside there.
I clicked the wrong one. What happens?
What happens after you get funded?
I blame it on because I'm blind. Appreciate you.
So 100K, 3,500 trailing. 2,200 daily loss, 6,000 profit goal, progression ladder, 12 contracts. When you reach your profit target, you will have to withdraw 4,800. You are paid it. 80-20 split, and you are upgraded to a 200K account. Trailing drawdown, 6,000. Daily loss, 4,400. Profit goal is 11,000. When you reach it, you are withdrawing 8,800, and you are moved to a 400K live account. If you are showing your ability to trade, they are moving you to higher and higher size. And my guess is, guys, that once you get to the 400K account, if you're still killing it, my guess is they're going to be giving you more and more capital because you are with a live prop firm. You are not with an online prop firm. You've been moved to a live prop firm. But the 400K account, go ahead.
So from my understanding, that's where those brokerage partners come in?
No, the brokerage partners can come in earlier.
Right. But they don't have to. But you're getting to a point to where these companies are looking at you and saying, wow, this guy's a really good trader. I really want this guy with my company.
Yep.
And trying to get you over there.
And with the 400K live account, a huge distinction. It's a fixed drawdown of $12,000. It's at $388,000. Fixed. It does not move. This is another one of the devils in the details. It does not move. Your 400,000 goes to 401,000. This stays at 388. You now have 13,000. If your 400,000 goes to 420,000, your drawdown stays at 388. You will have $32,000 in drawdown with a daily loss limit of $8,800. That's your daily loss limit. You have a profit goal of 40,000. You will get paid your 32,000 when you reach it. And at this point, if you haven't taken any custom offer that's been given to you, you will have to take an offer with one of the prop firms at that point. So that is what separates Earn2Trade from every other prop firm. There is nothing like this.
If I could jump in real quick, I think it's awesome that they're bringing you into this saying, hey, look, this is our goal down here. Let's get you over here. So you're going into the prop firm saying, hey, I have a goal to reach this. How amazing would that be, right? Have a $400,000 live account
for $76.
Hey, if you're pulling out $40,000 or $32,000, let's start talking custom offers. You don't hear anything like that in any other company.
No, this is completely different.
Really puts them kind of in their own space in the industry, and is why they've been a big name this whole time.
But unfortunately, I would say for them is I don't know if they don't have a huge marketing budget but they're not getting their offers out in front of the eyes enough. You know, I've spoken to a few people, even my boys, and it's like Earn2Trade, haven't heard of them. They don't realize that Earn2Trade pretty much was there right at the start of the industry with TopStep. These were the two legit firms that I think were even involved only. I mean, this is, well, you know what? I'm not going to say it. I'm going to tell you what I think, but I know they started right from the beginning. And this was their offer pretty much from the beginning also. They've always worked to move traders to live. It's been almost a decade, and this is the way they've been doing business. What are the withdrawal rules? Omnius. What are the withdrawal rules? Oh, there's only one line. Read about the withdrawal policies here.
All right, let's go over it.
Let's click them.
The prop firm processes withdrawals once a week on Wednesdays. So I know some people, they want daily withdrawals. I do not understand it. I couldn't imagine going to the bank every day asking for money.
It's true if you think about it.
I would barely go once a week.
Yeah.
You know, I'd show up like once a month. You gonna give me some money? I couldn't imagine banging on the door every day.
Do you know real prop firms, a lot of real prop firms, ones where you have to go in, they pay you once every 3 months? Once every 2 months?
I didn't know that. I know I have a personal, and a lot of people don't know that you used to have to pay to get money from your account to your bank. You know, could you imagine Where do you think those people that want daily payouts would be if you had to pay a fee every time
Yeah.
to get that money? So what an amazing time to be a trader that we can say, hey, I want daily payouts and I don't want to pay no fee. You know, it's what an amazing time to be a trader. All right, to pay once a week on Wednesdays, your withdrawal request needs to be email to the proprietary trading firm by 2 p.m. on the prior Friday to ensure the withdrawal goes out next Wednesday. So you need to have it in by Friday if you want to get paid by Wednesday. To me, I don't see a problem there. I know people keep bringing it up, and I keep saying I don't understand why people want to be paid out daily. I think once a week's great. Okay, minimum withdrawal amount, $100. Mike, you say something?
I was going to say, there's one thing you'll notice about their withdrawal policy. There's no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. Because the rules were already stated on how they want you to trade. And they're not very strict, but they do want you to trade responsibly. And here, this is just for the withdrawal policy. It's just straight withdrawal rules. This just assumes you've reached your target and you're going to claim your 80% and move to the next level.
They're saying the minimum withdrawal is $100 for both live and live sim accounts. Withdrawal fees apply for every withdrawal request, irrespective of the amount to be withdrawn. So whether you draw 100 or whatever the max is, you're still going to pay a fee. I don't know if the other firms have a fee. I think this is kind of going back to that fee thing. So we'll have to look at that, see what it is. The net calculated after the prop firm takes their share of 20% and the withdrawal fee gets deducted. So speaking of the 20%, I guess it's 20/80. They take 20, you take 80.
That's 20/80, and I'm going to jump to their defense before people start screaming and saying, that's high.
Real quick, Mike, that's about standard. Some go up to 90 for a certain amount and then back to 80. So go ahead.
But none of those firms give you the opportunity to grow to 400,000, and with a real prop firm, if you were to inquire, most real prop firms where you go into the office and trade, you start off at 50-50. Remember, these guys are following a real prop firm model, and the fact that they're giving you 80% is spectacular because they're giving you room to grow up to a 400K account and trade multiple accounts.
So let me ask the questions, see if you know the answer to this one. A lot of firms say, well, you keep the first 100% of 10,000 or the first 100% of 20,000. Do we have any of that here?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
So
from the because start, they're paying because they're paying you out as soon as there's no safety threshold. Okay. They're paying you out as soon as you hit target. The other firms you can't touch that money with the other firms. You can't touch that money. It just sits there. You can't go into your safety threshold. They're paying it out to you.
So you're saying you're hitting that target, and we're saying, okay, here's your money. We get 20%. You get the other 80.
Yeah. And what are the other firms saying?
The higher level.
Yeah. And what did the other firms say? The other firms say, don't touch it. Trade more. And then you can start taking withdrawals. It's locked with the other firms. You have no access to it unless you close the account. But if you close the account quickly, you only get 10 or 20% of it. You got to read the rules of the contracts with the other firms.
Okay. Withdrawal methods are not optional. And the prop firm retains the right to onboard customers to their payment provider. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care about all that.
Yeah, there's not much here. We shouldn't spend too much time here. The only other thing
we got to stop here. I mean, withdrawal method fees. Okay, so we have fees in this firm. We don't see that in many of the other ones. What are they? What is it? Let's take a look. Okay. So withdrawal method. So I guess these are different companies, brokerage company. You have Rise.
Yeah, Rise, Deal,
Bayzat, and Direct Crypto. So if you're going with Rise, which I assume would be the most popular. Oh, wow. $50 per withdrawal.
Or if you're U.S. customers. Yeah, if you're U.S., 1.5%.
1.5%.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that. I would have to say this is the stinkiest rule that they have.
So my math is good until I try to do it on the spot, and then I'm terrible at it. So if we want $2,000 times 1.5%.
$30.
$30. Did you copy in my math?
Yeah. $30. Oh my God, they're taking $30 from me. You couldn't access this money with any other firm. It's locked. It's the safety threshold. Guys, you have to think about that. That is huge. You are getting access to that first profit target immediately. And then you're starting fresh with a new, larger account with larger drawdown. What's your drawdown when you hit 52,600 with Apex? 2,500. What's your drawdown over here when you reach profit target? It goes to the 100K account, which I think is 5,000 or 6,000. You get paid, and your drawdown increases. Nothing to complain about. I don't like it.
I'm still not a big fan of that.
Me neither. I don't like it.
But
it's only $30.
It kind of goes with what I was saying is I remember when you actually had to pay to get money out of firm, not prop firms, but personal brokers. I remember you had to pay. Most of them now have it where you don't have to pay. But also, if you want direct withdrawals, which everyone's crying they want 1 day withdrawals, then you would maybe have to pay. So 1.5%. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
It's not. And I would say
it is there, so we do need to point it out.
Yep. I do agree. Here we
have withdrawal amount is different depending on the account size. Okay, I think this is saying how much you can. No. It's saying, so if you withdraw 5,000, they get 20%. So you get 4,000. That's the 80-20 rule. You're going to have that with any firm you go with. So moving on, we are kind of getting late in time. Like, let's get around a little bit. What are commissions? I would assume they're standard across the board. Ninja Trader available? Ninja Trader is available for free on the evaluation and live sim. Okay, so you can use Ninja Trader. Can I reset the evaluation? Mike, would I want to reset or would I want to get a new one?
I don't know. First off, when you pay, you get a reset coupon. So if you have a reset coupon, certainly you'd want to use it. And then if your reset coupon runs out, if you run out of reset coupons, then, well, you would compare their current special with what your current reset fee is. What are they saying that the current reset fee is anyways? Sure.
So right here, all TCP account subscribers, what's TCP, Mike? Trader Career Path. Include one free reset at each renewal. Free resets can be accumulated and used at any time. So that's what makes my eyes go big right there, Mike. You're saying every month, so if I have this account for 3 months, I have 3 free resets?
Yep, in the bank.
While your subscription remains active. To me, that's huge. So I can have an issue with an account and get a free reset in that. To me, that's a huge deal there. If you cancel your subscription or pass the evaluation, any unused resets will be forfeited, of course. That's what we would expect. So,
if you cancel your subscription, there's nothing to reset.
Please note, subscription renewal does not reset a failed evaluation. Subscription renewal. Okay, because they're giving you the coupons to do it on your own.
You have to do it you got to click a button. If you can click the buttons to buy and sell, you can click a button to renew. If you're failed, you just click renew, apply your coupon, you're done.
But that's actually a good thing, because if I'm down $100, I don't want to reset at the renewal like most other companies do. I want to say, hey, I want to keep this. Now, if I'm down $1,500, now I want to reset.
Yep.
Reset on my terms.
And you don't.
That's a huge deal right there. I think that's a huge win.
And you have a coupon, so you're not stressed. You don't have the time ticking in your ear because you got that coupon. It's a free use coupon.
I want more of this in the industry. That's what we want to see. All right, Mike, we're running out of time. Anything else we got? We do have, you want to talk about the negatives?
Well, the negative is obviously, in my opinion,
or do you want to
the
continue with this and talk about it in a minute?
no, we can bring up the negatives. We'll run quickly. The negatives, if you want to bring it up right now, the negatives for me is the hard breach on the daily loss limit. I would prefer that to be a soft breach, and the fact that they take a withdrawal fee. But again, I'm telling you that you're dealing with an actual prop firm. You're not in the carnival you're not in the online carnival space. You're actually dealing with a real prop firm, and they have real prop firm rules. They don't have the carnival rules. So that kind of takes away from the daily loss limit and just leaves me with the only stinker is the withdrawal fees. But it's so negligible. It's 1.5%. Yeah, I'd prefer if you didn't pay it, but it's negligible. And it's giving, and you have access to money that you wouldn't have access to with any other firm anyways. You have to wrap your head around that. That first $2,500 or $3,000 with any other firm, that's the safety threshold. You can't withdraw into that. They're not only allowing you, they pay it out to you. You're force-fed it at 80-20. So there's a 1.5% fee attached to that.
So
I mean, seriously.
Some of the ones I don't like is the no trading bots, no algos. So
same as Take Profit Trader. I want to bring it up right here. Take Profit Trader. No trading bots, no algos. We do not allow any automated or bot trading of any kind. All trades must manually be executed by the trader. Just want to bring that up.
So I don't agree with that. It's their rule. If you go into it, know that that's there. Everybody knows. I use algos to trade as well as manually trading. I don't know why there would be no algos. I understand that some people exploit the algos and they do micro scalping, high frequency trading. I feel like you could just say don't do that. I don't feel like you would need to say no algos. So for me, that's a negative, as I use algos to also trade. So it depends on whether you use it or not. What was the other one, Mike? Was something else? No copy. This one's no copy trading, right?
Yep. There's also no just like TCP, Take Profit Trader. Yep. No algos, no copy trading. Oh wait, it's true. I'm not sure if Take Profit Trader has no copy trading. Maybe I take that back. I'd have to check. But here, there's no copy trading.
Here we have no counter positions. You can't do counter positions in futures at all. It's against CME's rules. You can actually be fined if you get caught doing it. So, no legitimate company can or will allow hedging in futures. It's against the rules.
Yeah, I want to clarify about Take Profit Trader. I don't see anything about copy trading. It's no bots or algos. All trades must be manually executed by the trader. But then again, if all trades must be manually executed by the trader, can I assume copy trading is not allowed with Take Profit Trader? So, I mean, the review is not about Take Profit Trader, but I just wanted to compare firms that are kind of similar on their pricing plans with no activation. So that's the reason why I'm comparing to Take Profit Trader, but I'm not sure whether or not copy trading is allowed. This rule here leads me to believe it's not allowed.
Let's jump in here real quick. No open positions during prohibited news. What is prohibited news? General rule, all pro accounts must be out of all positions and have no open orders 1 minute before, during, or 1 minute after any prohibited news. What is prohibited news? FOMC, statements and announcements. So like yesterday we had FOMC at 2:00. You'd have to be out by 1:59. And they have the meeting at 2:30, so you'd have to stay out of the market, maybe all the way till 3:00. Actually, I think Powell was speaking all the way to about 3:20 yesterday. So I would probably stay out all the way to that. So you have almost an hour and a half out the market. I know that's a common rule in some of the firms. I don't like that either. but we do see it in certain firms. So just be aware of that. In addition to these news, okay, FOMC, also non-farm payroll and consumer price index, CPI and NFP. In addition to these news events, following news events are prohibited from specific instruments. Crude oil, of course, crude oil bonds, of course, bonds. None of that really applies to futures. Okay. What else you got, Mike?
Well, they have one here. An unscheduled absence of 5 trading days will result in account termination. Again, I'm really not a fan of that. 5 days is just too small. So yeah, that's another one that. But
they want active traders.
Yeah, but finish that sentence off with please contact us to let us know, and we'll put your account on pause or something. All you got to do is just add a sentence onto that and, make me feel better about it.
Now let's go over this part here. Pass the evaluation and grow your live accounts. So this is a firm that you want to grow with. So you start off small and you're growing next step. You have goals, and your end goal is a live account, $400,000.
$400,000 live account. Imagine what that would.
Your live accounts after passing the eval. Reach a $400,000 account with fixed drawdown. So once you get above that drawdown, then you're basically no more drawdown. Free Ninja Trader and or Fenmark license. I never heard of them.
Mm.
Okay, simulator account for practice and testing. Free, whatever that is, journaling software. Journalytics. I know I said it wrong.
Yeah. Journaling
Access
software.
our catalog of educational material during your evaluation phase. So they do give you educational stuff while you're in the evaluation phase. Remember, I was talking about this, I think, in the last review. I want to see companies building traders and giving them educational material. Like say, hey, if you want great traders, then help make me a great trader. What can I do to better my trading? And they've answered that to say, hey, we're giving you free journaling software. There's no excuse. You should be able to journal. And we're giving you free catalog of educational material, which is what we should have. If you're wanting to build a trader, then build a trader. Don't tell me to do all the work and then blame me when I fail. Also free reset when rebill. I would correct that. You get a free reset when you rebill, but it's not when you rebill. You get a coupon, it says, to do it when you want to. So I think that's a huge win. I want to see more of this in the prop industry. So I think they have a lot of huge wins, a few downfalls. Of course, the 5-day trading rule, I'm not a fan of that. It should be 10 minimum. I would like to see more 28 a month. But what if you get sick? What if you go on vacation? What if something happens? What if a kid gets sick? What if my mom gets sick and I got to fly across the country or something? I have to do that worrying if I'm going to lose my account. So I'm not a fan of that. I don't think it's going to affect most people. I do think you could simply open the app and message them and say, hey, I'm having issues. Give me a break. And I think they would probably do it right away.
We'll have to clarify on that. I'll speak with them and see what that
is.
It
says he checked. You can copy trade and take profit trader.
Okay.
What else? Any final thoughts, Mike? Last word yours. Final thoughts, cares, or concerns?
Oh, no, I want to bring up one other thing about. I got it up on the screen there. Can I have multiple accounts? I know that's popular with everybody. Everyone wants multiple accounts because they allow you to grow a 50K account to a 400K account. That's already 8 times. That's like 8 50K accounts. Okay. And they allow you to have 3 accounts with the prop firm partners. So basically it's the equivalent of having 24 accounts. You can have 3 multiple accounts, only 1 live sim. So basically, if you want these multiple accounts, you have to turn them into live accounts. Right here it says, although you can have multiple live accounts, only be funded with 1 live sim. But again, you're only in the live sim for one for one level. After that, you have to go live anyways. So you can have live multiple accounts. You can get 3 accounts up to 400K. So basically 1.2 million in funding. Plus, I would swear, I'm not 100% certain, but I would swear that if you're killing it on your 1.2 million, they're moving you to 2 million and to 5 million and to 10 million. This is not a firm that is playing the sim game. This is a firm that is moving people up when they show that they can trade consistently, because they're taking 20% and they're pushing their traders to make more and more as long as you're trading responsibly.
Mike, we got to move along. Let's get to the final thoughts, and then we'll give our rating on what we think about the company, and maybe head out there.
Yeah. Well, final thoughts for me.
You want me to say something real quick?
Sure,
guys,
go.
We are, guys. We have a review of Bullinox. We have a review of Apex. If you like our reviews, go watch those reviews. See what you think about those companies. Also, anything you want us to add to the reviews or what you don't like, give us the good, the bad, and the ugly. We don't care. We're here to do it, right? We don't give any preference to any firm. We kind of tell it how it is. And like I said, go watch those other ones. Let us know what do you want to see in your reviews? What do you not want to see? Give us go watch those. This will be posted after the fact, so go comment after the fact, not now. That way it'll stay on there, and let us know your thoughts. Mike, final thoughts on Earn2Trade?
Well, since you brought up a couple of the other firms there that we did, you guys have seen me quite enthusiastic about Apex. You've seen me sincerely enthusiastic about Earn2Trade. So you don't be saying that, oh, he goes easy on all the firms. No, because most of the other ones, I'm not going to be so nice to them. These are my favorite firms. Earn2Trade, by far and away, is number one. They're the most professional. They're a real, actual prop firm. A professional prop firm with professional prop firm standards. I don't even think they're in the same league with any of the other firms I use. All the other firms, I'm not saying you can't use them. I'm just saying this is a completely different league with a completely different offering that allows you to grow one account to 400K at a price that's more competitive than Take Profit Trader. For me, anyone not trading with Earn2Trade, I think it's a mistake if you don't have one of their accounts in your portfolio. That's my opinion.
All right, so let's wrap it up there. I think we pointed out some of the things we do like, don't like, recap of what we don't like, since you post some of what we do, the 5-day trading rule, the don't like, the no bots. I like trading with my bots. Sometimes I do manually and bots.
No copy trading.
Copy trading. We all like copy trading. And some of the other things, many good things. We went through all that. Gotta move along. So Mike, where do you place them? You said they're one of your tops out of 1 to 5.
4.8. They're number one.
4.8.
Just for their legitimacy, reliability, and the opportunity they give you to become a professional trader.
I like them. I don't know if I'm gonna give them number one. Some of my top is Bullinox and some of the other ones like that. So I give them a 4.4. Definitely up in the 4. They're definitely high-rated company. So that would do 4.5. How's that? That's an inside joke because we always give a rating and then change it right after. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Mike.
Final words. The 60% off, no activation fee. No activation fee isn't only applicable for the duration of the sale, which ends on December 16th. It stays with you as long as you own the account. When you pass, there will be no activation fee. Again, just to clarify, there is no activation fee anyways when you pass. They only charge you that fee when you pass and you reach your profit target on the sim-funded or live account. Then they give you the payout, but they remove the fee. But in this case, they won't even be removing the fee anytime you pass, whether it takes you a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It doesn't expire like Apex once the sale is over. Guys, use code FLOOR. It'll be appreciated. I give them my top ranks. The rest of the reviews we're going to be doing. The firms just can't compare to what Earn2Trade offers you. We'll see you next week. We'll be doing another prop firm review. Not sure which firm. We'll let Omnius pick the next one. And
Guys,
thanks for hanging out.
Put it in the chat. Not now, but after the video, so it stays with the video. Quick shout out to some of the crew. Got Starboy, Skeletor, Hamza hanging out. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome as always.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys.
Yeah, that's it, Mike.
Sorry I couldn't respond to your chat. I didn't see it. I had screens up, but that's it.
We're not really doing chats right now, just review. Appreciate you guys. And check out the other reviews if you like this one.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 9:15 or earlier. Me and Omnius
trade
on the
daily.
mic.
Come trade with us.
Calling the trades.
Appreciate you guys. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.